For this family, Christmas Day mornings do not change. Gather at Sandringham, walk to church at 11 a.m. What does change, however, is who is and is not there. And after having everything else stripped from him this year, Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew, was told he was not welcome. But his daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, were still invited and attended with their husbands. The King did not mention his family in this year's Christmas message, although he did talk about learning lessons from the past. For a second year in a row, King Charles recorded his annual Christmas broadcast outside a royal residence. He chose the Lady Chapel inside Westminster Abbey, where 15 kings and queens before him are buried. He spoke of how we can reflect on the theme of pilgrimage at this time of year.
Pilgrimage is a word less used today, but it has particular significance for our modern world, and especially at Christmas. It is about journeying forward into the future, while also journeying back to remember the past and learn from its lessons. We did this during the summer as we celebrated the 80th anniversaries of VE and VJ Day.
The men and women of the wartime generation, the King said, are inevitably fewer in number, but we can learn from their example.
The courage and sacrifice of our servicemen and women, and the way communities came together in the face of such great challenge, carry a timeless message for us all. These are the values which have shaped our country and the Commonwealth. As we hear of division, both at home and abroad, they are the values of which we must never lose sight.
The location of the King's broadcast, Westminster Abbey, was also chosen by the Princess of Wales, who hosted her annual carol concert here. It meant father and daughter-in-law could share one another's decorated trees. And the pause in national life which Christmas creates is, the King suggested, an opportunity to put our screens away and focus on those closest to us.
Indeed, as our world seems to spin ever faster, our journeying may pause to quieten our minds, in T.S. Eliot's words, at the still point of the turning world, and allow ourselves to renew. In this, with the great diversity of our communities, we can find the strength to ensure that right triumphs over wrong. As I meet people of different faiths, I find it enormously encouraging to hear how much we have in common: a shared longing for peace and a deep respect for all life. If we can find time in our journey through life to think on these virtues, we can all make the future more hopeful.
Journeying is a word which features regularly in the message King Charles recorded here, not, however, his own journey with cancer, nor the difficult journey he's had with his brother Andrew this year. He wanted his words to focus on people and events in all parts of the world, including the 2 terrorist attacks on the Jewish community. Those attacks at Bondi Beach and in Manchester were on opposite sides of the world, but both in countries where Charles is head of state and where we saw people put others before themselves.
These stories of the triumph of courage over adversity give me hope. Individuals and communities display spontaneous bravery, instinctively placing themselves in harm's way to defend others.
This year's broadcast also included a message of support for those in another part of the world who continue to suffer heartache and loss: Ukraine. The world-famous Carol of the Bells was written by a Ukrainian composer. The choir who sang it are all Ukrainians living in Britain, half of whom have been displaced by the ongoing war.
Carol of the Bells, because it matters to us. It's our traditional Christmas song, which was translated into English, and we sung it in English. So yeah, for me it was really special time.
Just the thing that we are sitting here in Royal Church, it was wow. It's just wow. So everyone was really happy, and because for us it was really special. Because this is our Ukrainian culture, and we can represent and remind people that we still need support.
And the support they got by appearing in the King's Christmas broadcast could not have been more prominent.
So, with these words and my whole heart, I wish you all a most peaceful and very happy Christmas.
In Sandringham today, the King and Queen led the family from the church. Despite the better news on his cancer treatment earlier this month, King Charles will still go into the new year as a cancer patient. His nieces looked relaxed as they headed for the family dinner. Their father, Andrew, is understood not to be joining the royal party for any of it. For the Prince and Princess of Wales, who left church alongside the daughters of Mike and Zara Tyndall, it's been a calmer year. And Princes George and Louis showed they are almost old enough to follow this royal Christmas routine by themselves. Chris Ship, ITV News.